but just a way to relate to the voters and the constituents and give them a fresh vision, but more importantly, hope for the future. And that's exactly what, I hope to bring, as the youngest member of the General Assembly more than anything, is just hope for the future.
That young man is Noah Smith. Take a look at the results here. The political upstart in his mid-20s sailed to victory in the Republican primary for State House District 36. He knocked off a 15-year veteran of the State House. 10 News reporter Paul Fisher joins us with what from the outside looked like a major upset, Paul.
It was a huge upset, John. Dennis Powers has been in office since 2010. This seat covers Campbell, Union, and parts of Claiborne County. And on Thursday, the 72-year-old lawmaker lost his seat in a landslide.
Dennis Powers has been in office for 15 years. But now, he is out of Tennessee's General Assembly, defeated by someone less than half his age.
And I think it really showed in my district that they're really looking for that next generation of bold leaders to step up.
Noah Smith won the Republican primary District 36 seat with almost 67% of the vote. The 34-point margin was one of the biggest victories in recent history. He is no Democratic challenger in the general election, which will likely make Smith the youngest lawmaker in Tennessee.
I've heard it all throughout the campaign. Voters in my district are really looking for someone that has fresh energy, fresh vision, fresh face. I think the national trend right now is electing younger people into office. I think we've seen a lot of the national career politician kind of mentality that people don't really like.
Smith explains why he's fit for the job.
I think the difference that I managed to share with the voters is, who do you want representing you? Someone that's been in there for 20 years and that has continued to progress the status quo, or should we look for an outsider, someone that brings outside perspectives into government, someone that's got more energy, more passion, more drive to get things done.
And although he was first elected to Campbell County School District Board at age 18, Smith has a firm stance on career politicians.
We need more leaders like that, leaders that are willing to say, hey, I've ran my race, I've put in the time and the effort, and to step away.
And how to avoid being one.
I always heard that there's two ways to go out in politics. You can retire yourself, or you can let the voters retire you. So I don't want the latter, obviously.
Paul's with us here. Explain why he will be such an outlier if he wins the general election and the right to assume that seat at the start of session.
Yeah, John, that's because he right here is entering office at 26 years old. But the average age of our lawmakers is about 58 years old. He told me that his first priority is pushing a 12-year term limit for legislators, and he wants to include himself in that. He would also like to create more jobs in his school district.
All right, Paul Fisher on the latest. We'll certainly follow his story. Thank you, Paul.